Hello everyone, this is Starscream065, and today I will be bringing you a review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime. I will not be showing up the box for this figure, as it was in a very hard spot for me to get to, and I didn't feel like getting to it. So, as the figure itself, and before I do so, I would like to note that I do have a bit of a cold, so if my voice sounds a bit warped, I have really bad sinus issues, so that's that. Okay. So here's Optimus Prime, in his Beast Hunter incarnation, and I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm not familiar with the Mad Max film, so I'm not going to use that analogy a lot of people have, but I do think it does kind of look like a garbage truck. It kind of reminds me of animated Car. Yeah. The feet back here, the sword on top, and the weapons you can fire. And you can lift this up as well, and they can detach it from the side, as I just did. Like so. But more on the weapons and robot mode, so I'll take them off for the time being. And I also have a band-aid on too, so I hope it doesn't hinder the review much. I'm being tender with my thumb here, but okay. So, you can take the wing pieces here, you can detach them from the arms. There we are. And bring them up, like so. Same thing the other side. Attach it, bring it up, like so. Or, you know, bring them like this. I think it's supposed to be like this, because it brings them back more. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't really care for the look of it. It does remind me of my favorite Optimus Prime figure, the Cybertron Optimus Prime, which is nice. I just think Cybertron Optimus Prime did the flying truck thing better. For some reason, these don't like the tab in very well here. Alright, it takes me a while to get them tabbed in, so I'm not going to tab them back in. And this piece up here has never liked to tab into the slots in the forearms there. I don't know why, but it doesn't really concern me. It sits there, nice and flush. So, so for comparison, in this mode, here is Fall of Cybertron Swindle. Or almost about the same length, but Optimus Prime's a lot more beefy. Well, he pulls nicely. Translucent green windows in the front. And it's a nice paint. Also the lack of it thereof. I think that's all there is to say for this mode. So to transform Prime into robot mode, first come to the backpack area, bring the wings up, and bring the entire assembly up. Then come down here, and you want to take these cowcaster-like things and bring them down, and then you're going to detach this entire section here, and like so, and bring it forward. And there's a slot here, and there's a tab right here. You're going to attach this piece, and you're going to bring this one around, and they will tab in, like so. And you can bring these cowcaster bits up like that. Next, you want to come back here with the legs and the arms, and you're going to detach the legs from the arms, like so. You're going to bring the legs down, straighten them out, like so, and bring out the heel spurs, like so. I'm going to have to adjust the camera, and I hope it doesn't fall over in the meantime, because he's in a really awkward position right now. Okay. Then, you want to take this entire waist piece, and you want to have it angled down like so, not like this. And you want to have it, sorry, you want to have it like this, and you want to rotate it all the way around, like so. You got to be careful with this red piece here. Bring it all the way down, or around, sorry, and turn them around, split the legs, focus the camera, Bring these arm pieces around here, and tab them into the slot here and the tab here. What will be the windows of the truck mode? Tab it in. Bring the arms down. Probably bring this back piece back a bit. Tab the arms in. Bring that down. You want to come back here. You want to bring the head up, like so, and it will tab in. Straighten out the arms. I'll focus on the shoulder pads in a minute. You want to bring this red piece here. Okay, yes, you want to bring this red piece up here onto his back, like so, so that this flat part here is facing up. Make sure the claw pieces are facing inward. Then you got to bring the entire backpack assembly down. Then you get tabs here to tab into these slots right here, and it will soft tab more or less, but it will lock in. Wait a minute, did I do this right? Yeah, I did this right. Didn't want to tab in for me. Okay, there we are. Sorry, I got to do that off camera. Okay. And then bring these wing bits down, like so. Bring them back, like so. Bring the wing bits down, and bring them back, like so. And bring these bits up here. And here you have Beast Hunter's Optimus Prime in his robot mode. A really, really impressive figure. Like Predaking, who I reviewed earlier, the Beast Hunters molds, the Voyagers, they were scaled up a bit compared to like Dreadwing, who was really short. For Voyager, in my mind at least. His legs are hollow, and you can put pennies in here. I don't like tampering with my figures, so I decided not to put pennies in here. But I think he feels fine. Excuse me, light like he is. The plastic feels fine. He feels nice and durable. Now, nice ratchet joints, which we'll get into for the circulation. This is a standard mode. In the series, he did have his wings on his back sometimes when he's on the ground. I kind of do like how this looks. Well, so let's see. For his weapons, it's easier for me to bring the wings out. To bring the wings out, you want to bring them up like so, then bring them down like so that the molding is facing the back. And I like to have the short wing on top of the larger wing. Then you can do it however you wish, but that's how I prefer to do it. Yeah. That'd be perfectly even, but that's the gist of it. Let's see. Then you want to take his guns, which again can be held in his hands, like so, and I'll just show off one of those. Oop. My band-aid's in a really odd position, so it is wanting to come off. Come on, Optimus, hold your gun. There we are. It doesn't look bad, but I certainly don't prefer having that in his hand. I prefer having it as the rocket boosters on his jetpack. So you have some 5mm ports back here, and tab it in, and kind of angle it back like so. Then you could take the other one, and also plug that in. Oops, tabbed in a bit too far. You can have the jetpack, which is cool. Looks cool from the side. You can't really see it from the front. Also nice for nice equipment storage too, if you want to store the weapon on his back. Then you have a sword, which is a Star Saber. Granted, in the show it was green, not blue. Jakarta's version of this figure has blue translucent plastic, including the plastic on the sword. But it doesn't look too bad. Nice gunmetal gray paint here on the hilt. Yeah, you can plug it into his hand, like so, and he can hold it nicely. And again, it doesn't look bad on him. Now, as we all know, or as I'm going to guess that you all know, Optimus Prime, in the Beast Hunters series, or Beast Hunters season 3 of Transformers Prime, he had a really, really big chain gun. Now, and the figure did not come with a chain gun. None of the iterations of the figure came with a chain gun. Which is unfortunate, because I really like the chain gun. And Shapeways has a Optimus Prime chain gun. I believe a third party or two also came out with a chain gun, or has one in development for this figure. I'm not particularly interested in purchasing one of those, or at least I wasn't, and I'm still not. So I decided to make, or rather take something else and use with Optimus Prime makeshift chain gun. So this is the, I can't remember anymore, Cordock Blaster, I believe, from the oh gosh, what were the names of the Bionicles were? Someone could tell me in the comments. That faced off against the Baraki. I know they were Toa, but I can't remember. No, they weren't. I don't remember. Anyways, and I think this works, and it matches him fairly nicely. The red is a fairly close match, in my opinion. The gunmetal, or not the gum, the heather gray here, this is what I call it, matches the gray on the wings nicely. So what I do is, let's see, how do I do it? Bring it up through his wrist like so, and I take this piece here and I insert it through to kind of lock it in so it doesn't fall out. Now, granted, it is one of those pieces, or it's not a thick enough piece, it's not completely 5mm, so it does tend to, you could flip it all the way around if you wanted to with the greatest of ease. But it works for me. It looks nice. I can get him in a pose here with it. And he looks good with it, and I think it's a good substitute. And if anyone wants a chain gun, doesn't want to have to pay the extra money, and they happen to have one of these guns laying around, I highly recommend using it. As Optimus' chain gun. And let's see if it want to cooperate right now. It's really hard to get in a firing pose with it, unfortunately. Just because it likes to swivel around too much. And he wants to not even stand up right now for me. Oh, there you go. That was cool. So, I probably should have waited to put the weapons on until I show off the possibility, so I'm going to have to strip them all off to show off the possibility of this figure. So, give you a moment to get all these off. And I guess I could leave the rocket thrusters on, actually, so that's all I had to tick off. Okay. So, full visibility in this mode, Optimus' head can do can't do a full 360. It can do, I don't know, it can go from here to here. I want to say it's almost 180 degrees. His elbows, bring these shoulder pads back up. His elbows, or no, sorry, shoulders, not a swivel, not I'm not sure what you want to call that, but go up and down. It does kind of, it is limited by these wings back here. Don't go that far back. Go that far back with the forearm not bent. You got a bicep, let's see, you got a ratchet here, the shoulder, you have a bicep swivel, You have a nice forearm, 90-degree forearm, and the wrists can do a full 90 degrees. The waist cannot move, unfortunately, due to how this locks in back here. Because the waist is the waist can move. I'm just not sure how to do it from where I am. Yeah, as you can see there, I moved the waist a bit. Okay, so I can move. I'm not sure how much. I don't want to try it right now. Let's see. You have some nice hip articulation. You got a nice rotation at the knee. And you got a nice ratcheting knee. And you do have some nice foot articulation that can go up and down. I wish the ankles were could tilt. But what it is. So, let them into a pose for a size comparison. For that comparison, here is follow Cybertron Sideswipe. You can see how they stack up. You can see Optimus, even when his legs are, almost doing the splits somewhat, he's still a lot taller than Sideswipe. And here he is next to Voyager Ultra Magnus. You can see how they look together. And again, Optimus is much, much bigger than those two deluxe figures. Granted, the Voyager Deluxes were especially small. But and the Voyagers were much larger, but yeah. No, I highly recommend this figure. I believe he's still on clearance at BigBadToyStore.com. I got him for $16, and he's worth it even if you pay the retail price for him. Target or Walmart, wherever you go. He's a lot of fun. It's a really interesting character model, and this portrays it from the show quite nicely. I think better than the Ultimate Class does. At least that's my opinion. Yeah, it's really cool. This has been the video review of Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters, Voyager Class, Optimus Prime. This has been Starframe 65. Thank you very much for watching, and do take care.